Hi, I'm Tierney Pennerman, founder of the best-selling naturally curly hair care brand Curly Belt and host of The Tierney Show, a show where we talk about hair, a woman's crowning glory. I'm so happy that you've allowed us to be a part of your hair care journey, and I hope that you enjoy the show. Hi, guys, and welcome to another episode of The Tierney Show. I'm so happy that you guys have decided to join me for another episode. On this episode, we're going to talk about 5 reasons or ways you may be giving yourself low porosity hair. Yes, that's right, giving yourself low porosity hair. So your hair may not naturally be low porosity, but your hair practices, what you've been doing to your hair is causing your hair to act like it's low porosity hair. So let's just jump into the 5 ways you could be contributing to low porosity hair, giving yourself low porosity hair. So if you don't know what low porosity hair is, just a quick definition of low porosity hair. It's hair that, the cuticles, the hair strands have a cuticle, right? So in the cuticles, they look kind of like tile or let's say shingles on a roof. So low porosity hair, what happens with this hair type is the cuticles or the shingles of the hair strand lays down really, really flat, and that prevents moisture or water from getting into the hair shaft. So if your hair is starved of moisture or water, then it becomes dry, and when it becomes dry, it starts to split, crack, break, right? So we want to prevent low porosity hair, or we want to prevent water or moisture not getting into the strands, because we don't want breakage, we don't want dryness. Your hair will look dry, dull, and break. We don't want damaged hair. So here are things that you may be doing that's contributing to your low porosity hair. Another quick way to find out if you have low porosity hair is just to take your water bottle. So take a bottle, your spray bottle with water, and just spray the hair. If you see that the water droplets are just sitting on top of the hair, that's really a quick indication on like you have low porosity hair, because the water isn't easily being absorbed into the hair, but rather it's sitting on the hair. So that means that your cuticles or something is preventing, like product buildup is preventing the moisture from getting into the hair. So healthy hair kind of looks like I spray the water on my hair and my hair immediately starts to absorb the water. You can also tell if you have low porosity hair when you're in the shower and you wet your hair and the water just is taking a very long time to get into your hair, to saturate the hair, then most likely you have low porosity hair. Anyway, let's go with the number 1 reason, not the number 1 reason, but the number 1 reason on my list of why you're contributing to your low porosity hair. Number 1, overuse of heavy products. So thick creams, thick oils are definitely a culprit for low porosity hair, because what happens is these type of products, because of the thickness, they sit on the hair shaft. So when the product sits on the hair shaft, it causes water or moisture not to be able to get into the hair shaft. So applying thick creams, oils, or butters to frequency can create a barrier on the hair shaft, making it difficult for the moisture to penetrate. This buildup can lead to low porosity hair by sealing the cuticle too tightly. So what this looks like, let me see a thick oil. So a thick oil would be like a castor oil, one that's like really pure, that isn't diluted, that doesn't have any other oils in it, is gonna be really thick. When you see that castor oil is an ingredient on the ingredient list and of your product, but there are other oils in there, then you know that oil is gonna be a little bit not diluted, but it's gonna dilute the castor oil, right? So it isn't so thick. Like our Bahama Glow scalp and hair strengthening oil. This oil has castor oil, but it also has moringa oil, jojoba oil, and mango oil. So if you can see as I'm moving it around, it's not like really thick, right? It is a bit, see how easily the drops fall? So it is a bit thinner than a regular like thick castor oil. So this wouldn't be considered like a thick oil. Something, I mean, like, okay, if you're using petroleum jelly, I'm sure you've used Vaseline before. That's more of a thick consistency. So a little bit thinner than that would be considered like a thick oil, right? So number one, overuse of heavy products. So if you know that you are very heavy-handed and you use a lot of heavy products, like products that aren't diluted a bit, then that is going to clog your pores. Number two, incorrect use of protein treatments. While protein treatments are great for strengthening hair, overusing them or using them on hair that doesn't need extra protein can cause the hair to become rigid, leading to low porosity. Too much protein can make hair less flexible and harder to hydrate. So how do you tell if you need protein or don't need protein? If your hair is dry, breaking, and brittle, and you haven't done a protein treatment or even a fatty treatment in a while, then you probably need a protein treatment. Protein treatments are not to be done, I would say, not more than about once a month, right? If you have really healthy hair, yeah, once a month is fine. If you have damaged hair, like really damaged hair, if you've been, using chemical dyes, bleaching, a lot of heat styling, then maybe you can get away with using a protein treatment twice a month. But you don't want to go using a protein treatment every single week. Fatty treatments, on the other hand, so we have an example. We have our honey ginger protein deep treatment. This treatment you can use twice a month, right? It has quinoa protein in it. And it's not very harsh on the hair. But fatty treatments, on the other hand, like our banana nut and avocado deep treatment, it kind of looks like this. It looks exactly like this, but this is our curl defining cream. So our banana nut and avocado deep treatment is a fatty treatment, and you can use that every single time you wash because it does not contain protein. It contains ingredients like banana, avocado, coconut, and honey. So those ingredients you can use every single time you wash. But a protein treatment, you want to use it, I would say, twice a month at max. So you don't want to be using a protein treatment every week or every time you wash, because it's going to cause damage and it's going to cause your hair to act like low porosity hair. Number three, skipping heat treatments, right? So what skipping heat treatments mean is when you are giving your hair a deep conditioning treatment, whether it's protein or a fatty deep treatment, and you just put the deep conditioner on the hair and you don't go under a hooded dryer. If you're experiencing low porosity hair, when you're doing your fatty deep treatments, I would recommend that you use a little heat. What that looks like is washing your hair first with shampoo, putting the fatty treatment on the hair, putting a plastic cap over your hair, sitting under a hooded dryer for about 15 minutes so that the treatment can penetrate the hair strands, right? So not using heat when deep conditioning can prevent the hair follicles from opening up, making it hard for moisture to be absorbed. Low porosity hair already struggles with moisture absorption, and without heat, products may just sit on top of the hair rather than penetrate it. So if you have low porosity hair, you need to be using a bit of heat when you're doing your deep conditioning treatments. Number four, using cold water to wash hair. Now this is a no-no. When you're washing your hair, and when I say wash hair, I mean shampoo. When you're shampooing your hair, it's very essential that you use warm water to rinse out the shampoo. Cold water can cause the hair cuticles to close tightly. If you have low porosity hair, your cuticles are already tight, right? So we need them to loosen up, blocking moisture from entering, the hair shaft. While it's good to rinse cold water occasionally for shine, consistently washing with cold water can increase hair's resistance to moisture, contributing to low porosity hair. So you want to be always shampooing when you rinse out with warm water. Rinse out the shampoo with warm water, and then you want to rinse out your conditioner or your deep treatment with cool water. That's a rule of thumb. And then number 5, frequent use of silicones and minerals. Products containing silicones and minerals can coat the hair, causing buildup over time. This buildup acts, sorry, my Bahamian slang, it's very strong. This buildup acts as a barrier, making it difficult for moisture to penetrate and leading to low porosity over time. So, especially if you're a co-wash kind of girl and you don't like shampoos and you're using products that have silicone and minerals, this is like the #1 contributor to low porosity hair. These girls who do not want to use shampoo, what happens is if you're just co-washing, the co-wash doesn't have a cleansing agent. So it's not gonna remove the silicones and it's not gonna remove the mineral oil. But if you're shampooing, the shampoo has a cleansing agent and it will remove the silicones and the mineral oils. So if you're a co-wash kind of girl and you're like, oh, my hair is low porosity, that's exactly why your hair is low porosity, because you're not using a cleansing agent. And 2 to 1, if you're using grease or any product with petroleum in it, the petroleum is not being removed from the hair shaft and is causing your strands to be moisture starved. So let's go over it again. 5 reasons why you're contributing to having low porosity hair. Number 1, overuse of heavy products. Number 2, incorrect use of protein deep treatments. Number 3, skipping heat. When you're doing your deep treatment, it's not allowing the hair shaft to open up and absorb the moisture. Number 4, using cold water every time you wash. So using cold water even to rinse out your shampoo. And number 5, frequent use of silicones and mineral oils. And then if you are not using a shampoo, you're only co-washing, you are just contributing more to having low porosity hair. I hope that this is helpful.